Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. We're glad that you've joined us this evening. My name is Pastor Nick DiBenedetto from Radiant Life Church in Kearney, Missouri. This is my wife, Andrea. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here every night at 7 p.m. Just trying to give you an online Christmas experience to help boost your holiday spirits. Yeah. And I hope that's working. We want you to like and comment and share if you would. That way we can get this broadcast out and others can see it. What day are we on?
We are on day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas. 5 already.
Yep.
Wow.
Time is flying.
Time is flying.
Today we have a special topic. What are we talking about?
We are talking about Christmas parties.
Christmas parties. That's why we look so festive today. This is our Christmas party attire. And we like to party. We like to have those Christmas get-togethers. And today we'll be talking about all things Christmas party. So in the comments, let us know if you've been to a Christmas party yet this month, or if you have one upcoming, and tell us what it was. You know, was it a work party, a church party, a family party, friend party, whatever.
There's all kinds of parties.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. How many days till Christmas?
We have 9 days till Christmas. So, you know, thankfully we don't have
down to single digits.
We haven't had anybody reach out in crisis mode.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign that nobody is like totally not prepared.
Right.
That's a good sign, but we only have 9 days left.
That's right.
9.
Now, this show counts us down to our Christmas Eve service that we're doing here at Radiant Life Church. It's going to be a great night together on Thursday, December 23rd at 7 p.m. So we hope that you join us. It'll be a fun night. It'll be our 12-day finale. And we'll also dive into the Christmas story and end with candlelight worship. We hope that you'll join us this Christmas Eve and make a brand new family tradition. If you haven't normally gone on Christmas Eve or somewhere around, we want to encourage you to do that this year. I think it'll be worth your while. Yeah. All right. Now, every night we are here because we want to bless our viewers and we want to give away a special prize. So tonight we have a special prize that we're going to be giving away. And because we're talking about Christmas parties, we're asking them to do what?
Well, we would like to hear your best party game, gift exchange idea. You know, like we're hoping that we're boosting your holiday spirits. We're getting in the holiday spirit. Ooh, I jingle.
Yeah, I hear you, Bill.
And also, like, we hope that you're getting ideas and new creative things to do for traditions. But a lot of things that you send back in the comments or in your text messages give us ideas as well.
Yeah.
And so we thought, what a great idea. We need party game ideas, gift exchange ideas. We're always looking for new ideas, so we would love to hear what you have.
Yeah, so give us your favorite party game or gift exchange idea. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. And the one that we select will receive a $30 gift card to Walmart. And you can put that towards your holiday get-togethers and parties and food or whatever. So hopefully that'll be a blessing. You have till noon tomorrow to submit your answer. That's Friday, December 17th. Just use our text line. Text your name and your game idea or your gift exchange idea to 816-281-1127, and we will announce the winners at the start of tomorrow's show.
I can't wait. I hope we get a lot of good ideas.
Yeah. Hey, we also want you to help bless our community. What are the 2 ways that they can do that?
Well, we would love to know how you are choosing this holiday to bless somebody. Let us know if there's someone that needs to be blessed or needs their holiday spirits boosted. We want to be a part of that. We're hoping that we're encouraging you to be a part of that. So let us know what you have there. And then we're collecting an offering that will be collected at our Christmas Eve service for the Liberty Women's Clinic. And we're calling it Gifts for Jesus.
Yes.
So make sure that you bring an offering that night, or you can give on our website and just indicate that as well. And every dollar that comes in will go to the Liberty Women's Clinic.
That's right. All right, let's get started with our Christmas parties conversation. Now, recently, at the beginning of the month, we had a special Christmas party for our Radiant Life Church family. And we have a little recap video to show you what that looks like. Take a look at this.
It's not good. I'm almost there.
Oh.
Almost. One more.
Oh, that was the table right there. I mean, by a fraction of a second, the winner.
Well, we had so much fun at our church Christmas party. A lot of laughing, fellowship, good food. We played games. It was we had a really good time that night. And so, it was just fun to be festive and kind of kick off the holiday spirit with a big party. So it was good.
That's right. All right, let's kick off our Christmas parties conversation. First of all, there's prep. There's prep that you need to do for your Christmas parties. The first thing you have to do is invite. So who's your target audience? Who are you inviting? Is it a work party? Is it a church party? Is it for friends? Is it for family? So you have to invite and determine how you're going to invite.
Right.
Are you just going to call everybody word of mouth? Are you going to make a Facebook event? Are you going to send out physical cards? Are you going to do a social media type thing?
Be organized so you don't forget anyone that's in your audience there of who you're inviting. That's important.
Right. And then if you're going to have a Christmas party, you have to decorate. Right?
Yeah.
You have to decorate.
Well, and decorating depends on where you're going to have it.
Right.
Right? So are you going to have it at home? Do you have to pick a different venue? Where are you having it? So then you can, if it's at your house, a lot of times you're decorated, really, if you've decorated for Christmas.
Right. But you'll have to probably do that, I got to clean that house before the company comes type thing.
Right.
So take some time to do that.
Right.
And then cook.
That's part of the planning. Because you got to determine what type of party you're having, to also determine what kind of meal you're having.
That's right.
Are you having finger foods? Are you having, sandwiches and soups? Are you having a full-on meal? Are you having appetizers?
Right.
It's all over the place.
That's right. And then, most importantly, we want to encourage people to enjoy the moment, especially if you're hosting or if it's in your home and you're part of the family. Sometimes a lot of responsibility falls on you, but we want to encourage you to enjoy the moment. And if you're attending a Christmas party, I feel like this is very important. I want you to sit together with your company. I want you to sit down with them, have conversation, enjoy that moment. Have conversations, don't sit by yourself. And listen, it's the Christmas party is not only about just eating and running. Right? Eat and run. Because you could be done eating in 10 or 15 minutes and then that's the end of the party. No, sit down, make it an experience, have a good time, catch up. Hopefully friends and family that you don't get to spend a lot of time with. You're getting a chance to do that in this setting. So take advantage of those moments.
You know, the enjoy the moment one is huge, especially if you're hosting.
Yeah.
And that's what's really important about planning ahead, so that if you wait till last minute, then it's more stressful, then you don't enjoy the moment, and then the party comes and goes, and it was just like, it became something that you had to do, right? And I have found that if you plan ahead as much as you can, then, and make it as simple as you can, keeping in mind that you want to enjoy the moment, so that at the party, you're not hustling and bustling and constantly doing something that you don't even have a chance to sit down. Right? So I think it's important too when you're planning a party to make sure that you're including yourself in the night if you're hosting.
That's right. And you know, as a host, you take a lot of responsibility on yourself and you want to make sure everything is taken care of. But what are your guests always saying? Come here, sit down, because they want to spend time with you. So take advantage of that and make sure that does happen.
Yeah.
All right, that's party prep. Let's talk about party musts. All right, this is a big one for me. If you're going to have a Christmas party, listen, there has to be Christmas music playing in the background from start to finish. Start to finish. It creates the atmosphere, the mood. It brings a festiveness, right? So there has to be music playing. Now, there's two different types of music. There's the regular music with the lyrics, and then there's instrumental music. I know after a while, having music blasting with lyrics sometimes is, you're in competition if you're having conversation or playing a game or doing something. So I like to often put Christmas instrumental. You don't have to have a certain CD for this. There's streaming services. And if you don't belong to a streaming service, jump on YouTube and find, sometimes there's like videos that you can play in the background connected to your sound system. And they'll go for 3 hours, 6 hours of Christmas instrumental music. And I just think it totally sets, in addition to like decorating, it sets the mood. It makes it very festive. And I try to have upbeat instrumental music. I mean, that's not the time for Silent Night, Holy Night, because it's not very festive. So pick those upbeat things. All right, what's next?
Well, and going with music, you also want to think of lighting. You know, we've already talked about Christmas lights in this thing, but just setting the mood, the ambiance, you know, depending on the type of party that you're having, I think is important. But good food. You want to have good food.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be difficult.
Right.
You can, I mean, like I said earlier, you can go from something very simple to something very extravagant. And as long as the food tastes good, everybody's going to have a good time.
We're actually getting a lot of reports of people doing a more simpler menu than more elaborate. I don't know how I personally feel about that, but no, it's fine because it's not only about the food. It's about the fellowship, right? It's about the get together. But anyway, it is nice whether you're doing different soups or different salads, or you're going to the full extreme and having a 4-course menu.
But how many times do you go to an event and there's appetizers and then there's a big meal, and you ate so many appetizers that then when the meal comes, you're not even hungry. Right? So sometimes an appetizer format is a great food menu.
But here's my philosophy on that. So if you get full at the appetizer, then wait, let there be some time, and then stick around, right?
Again, it depends on what type of party you're having. If you're there for a couple
of hours, so I'm thinking more like a family get-together. If you're having a family get-together, don't give yourself an hour or two. You know, let there be a space of time where you can relax, digest, and then go back and eat a little later on. You know, we don't have to all rush it into a 30-minute segment. All right, games. Games. I know some people like playing games, some people don't. We actually had a church party recently, and some of the husbands said that they didn't really want to come because they didn't want to sit around and play games. But guess what? They all had a good time. And everybody went home with prizes and things like that. So that kind of goes hand in hand, the games and the prizes.
Well, and it's finding the right games for your audience.
You got to pick the right ones.
You have to pick the right ones.
So some of the ones that we've landed on that we really like, first of all, one is a Christmas trivia game. You can find a plethora of those online that you can choose from. There's another one that we like. It's called A to Z Christmas. So on a piece of paper, you just have A to Z, and it's almost like a categories feel. And you give people a certain amount of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, to write a Christmas associated word with every letter of the alphabet. And then you go around the room, any duplicates are crossed off, and whoever has the most correct answers at the end of the time allotted wins a prize.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And then we like group games where you're getting people involved with each other doing things. And we found that there's a lot of games that you can use with candy canes, marshmallows, and this year we even included red and green M&Ms. And between those 3 items, there's different things that you can do and have a good time together.
Right.
All right. So don't
Games are
forget
fun.
our challenge tonight is to text us your favorite party game or gift exchange idea, because that is going to help us out in the future. So speaking of gift exchange, what are some of the gift exchange things that we've been a part of?
Well, we've been a part of a white elephant, and that's probably one of the most popular, I think. And there's different ways. I've heard there's different ways to do it, because when I explain the way we've done it, people are like, oh, we do it different.
There's definitely different variations
So
of
there's
that.
different ways. My family is big on the white elephant. Grandma Mary and her kids and grandkids, and we all get together. We do a white elephant. And then one year we did the plastic wrap ball, where there were different gifts inside, and it was a saran wrap ball, and we did a dice and we played it. That was fun. Then, if you have a large group and you want to just label gifts with a number and then have people draw a number, there's just lots of those are 3 different ways that we thought of that we participated in gift exchanges. So we would love to hear if you have something different, because we love new ideas on exchanging gifts.
Right. And depending on your venue, and if you have the ability to do this, we like to add a little bit of a Christmas worship, even if it's a song or 2, a little Christmas worship and devotional, So in the midst of all this partying and having fun, we're spending time focusing on the Christmas story, right?
I just had another thought that came to me, because I would like to know from you, do you prefer festive, like dress up festive, or do you prefer the type where you get to dress up real nice and I know in the past we've been to some work parties that were in like nice restaurants, and so we got dressed up nice, we went out. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer the fun festive or the dress up nice? And
the festive, the ugly sweaters, right?
Also, for a party idea, you could have a contest.
Yeah.
Who has the ugliest sweater, or who's the most festive, or who looks the most like Christmas.
Right.
Having a contest is another fun way to incorporate another activity at your party.
Right. All right, let's just quickly talk about the positives of parties. I know some people don't necessarily like this, but in my opinion, we don't do stuff like this enough. And that's why we make the most of Christmas, because this is a time where people can get together. And I don't think we get together enough. And in this world that we live in, a social media world and a COVID world, things like that, we're doing less and less of the personal interaction and the group setting thing, right? We're staying to ourselves. So when we have opportunity to come together and to spend time with family, friends, or even getting to know some new people, I think we don't do it enough. I think we should spend more time gathering. So this gives us a great opportunity to do it, right? And hey, parties should, if done well, should do what?
Make you smile, bring
Always put
happy,
a
joy.
smile on your face.
I was thinking too, that Christmas can be a time where, people have maybe hard memories, sad memories. It can be a little bit of difficult time with grieving.
Right.
But if we can really get the joy aspect and attend parties or have parties where even those people can come and attend and feel just joy, and maybe just kind of let the load be lifted and put a smile on their face, even if it's for a couple hours. There's a lot to be said about that, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
I do.
Very good. This gives you also an opportunity to interact with people outside of the setting in which you know them.
Right.
Whether that be at work, this is a new setting for you to interact with them. If it's church, this is a new setting. If it's your softball team, it's a new setting. It gives you an opportunity. And then if it's a work party, right, it gives you an intersection of an opportunity to find out who your wife's friends are and
Yeah.
co-workers and vice versa, right?
Who they come home talking about all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Put a
think-
face with the name.
I think even Dan Holt last night mentioned Christmas is the time sometimes family, it's the only time family gets, you get together.
Right, reunion.
So if you get together for Christmas and you're like, oh, sometimes my family dinners are boring. Hey, bring some party ideas and make it fun and exciting. Change up the atmosphere a little bit. I think that's good too.
Right. Try to gauge a conversation too. Find
Yeah.
out what's going on in the lives of the people that are there, especially if you haven't seen them in a while. So
Yeah.
ask a lot of questions and engage them. Let them tell about what's going on in their lives and give you a chance to catch up.
Yeah,
I think that's
good.
good. And then, hey, it's just an opportunity to build friendships,
Yeah.
right? So maybe this is a great opportunity
You
to
might-
find a new friend there, a relationship.
You might find out somebody else is just as into like an ugly sweater or something Christmassy that you had no idea, and you spark a friendship or maybe a hobby out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? Hey, so in regards to parties, I want to share an interesting scripture with you that talks about the party culture of heaven. Yeah, that's right. Heaven has a celebration culture. And we read about that in Luke chapter 15, where Jesus is sharing a list of parables, which are stories that help bring forth a moral, right? Or a biblical principle. And in Luke 15, verse 8, we see Jesus say, "Or suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Doesn't she light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, 'Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin.' In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents."
Wow.
There is a celebration culture in heaven. And it's when a sinner repents of their sin, recognizes that they are not where they should be, right? They've made some mistakes. Maybe we realize we fall short of God's standards, right? And I'm not talking down to anyone, because guess what? We're all in that category,
Yes.
right? And when we come to a place where we recognize we've got to make that right with God,
Yeah.
right? And we say, "Father, forgive us," right? Cleanse us, wash us clean. When you surrender your life to Jesus and commit to following Him and serving Him, guess what? You just created a party in heaven. It says the angels celebrate when someone repents. So let's create a party culture. Let's create some more celebrations in heaven this holiday season.
Yeah.
You be instrumental in leading someone to repentance, or if you're out there and you know that you need to repent and you want to surrender your life to Jesus, do it this holiday season. That's super, super important.
Yeah.
Make this holiday season the time where you accepted the gift of Jesus. And let me tell you something. You're going to set off a party in heaven.
Yeah.
And I love that
And
scripture.
I bet it's very festive.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
I bet you it is.
I was thinking about parties and celebrating Jesus. Yesterday, our daycare, they had their Christmas party yesterday, and they had made a birthday cake for Jesus. And they sang happy birthday to Jesus, and they had like a birthday party. And we used to do that when our kids were little, and my family did that when we were little. And it's another one of those memories of we're having a party and we're celebrating, but we're celebrating the reason for the season.
Right.
And, especially with children, kids love having birthday parties. What better way than to get them together and have a birthday party for Jesus and be able to read the Christmas story and celebrate His birthday and just bring it down to their level. But having a party where they bring their friends, but you're actually having a birthday party for Jesus. And I think that's another good way,
It's a great opportunity.
to get, lead people to Jesus through a
Yeah.
birthday party.
Very good. As we like to close down every night, we want to give you some Christmas challenges, 3 that we want to keep in your spirit every night. Number 1, we want you to show intentional kindness to someone you don't know. On any given day, you're going to have that opportunity and you're going to sense it. And you're going to be like, this is my moment. I'm going to show them kindness. I'm going to show them the love of Jesus. I want to encourage you to do that. Number 2,
Invite someone to our Christmas Eve service. It'll be 7 o'clock on the 23rd. We would love to see you.
join us.
Yeah.
And number 3, take advantage of this holiday season to turn conversations around to talk about the reason for the season.
Yeah.
Jesus. Tell someone about Jesus. Invite them to church, and let's see what God wants to do this holiday season. All right?
And you know, last night, we made an announcement. So would you like to share what that announcement is? Because it could be another invite opportunity.
Yes, that's absolutely right. We have a big announcement. What we want to let everybody know is that we will be having a free movie showing of Christmas with the Chosen. That movie that was just in the theaters, it was only in there for a limited time, and now it is no longer in there. Our family wanted to go. We didn't have the ability to go while it was airing. Now you can come see it for free at Radiant Life Church. We were able to acquire a copy of that.
That's awesome.
And we will be playing it on our live, or our big screen in our sanctuary. It'll be on Tuesday, December 21st, and at 7 p.m. And it's going to be free. So invite everyone. Be looking forward to a Facebook event that is live, and you can kind of let us know that you're coming. Share that. Invite whosoever will. And that'll kind of give us a head count so we know how to prepare, because we're also going to provide free popcorn for everybody and free bottles of water. So come on out, enjoy that, bring the family to see Christmas with the Chosen. From those that have watched it, I've heard that it was phenomenal. And I believe it, because everything that they do is done with quality and excellence. So I'm super excited to see it myself.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So invite someone.
Yeah.
It's open to anyone.
Yes. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening on day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas. We'll see you again tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Night.
Good night.